Welcome back to the Dark Knight's Tales podcast, a podcast dedicated to horror fans around the world. I'm your host, Tanis Clark, and I'm now glad to present Cradle Song, written by Jaydeep Shah and performed by Tanis Clark and Sean Anthony. Around 3 a.m, only after 5 hours of moving to Krackpot Hotel, Queen's son, Kevin, heard a cradle song. You are my child, I'm your mother. Come to me, so we can make fun together. We can play together. You are my child, I am your mother. Come to me. We haven't met for ages. We haven't eaten together for a long time. Come to me. I want to play with you. I want you to sleep in my lap. I want you to live with me all day and night. Come to me. I promise I will not let you go away from me. I will protect you all the time, 'cause you are my child. I am your mother. It's my final lovely call for you, my child. Come to me. Kevin reached the room of a lady who was not even his mother. He slightly pushed the door, and the door creaked open. He entered the room as he saw a lady on the bed in the dark. Come, my child. I was waiting for you, said the lady. Kevin walked to her and sat on her lap, and the lady gave him some candies. Queen reached the same room, finding Kevin there when she hadn't found him anywhere in their room. What are you doing here, son? She asked. Kevin stayed quiet as the lady signaled him to stay hushed. What are you looking at? Asked Queen. Kevin didn't reply anything. He just continued staring at the lady. Queen picked him up in her smooth hands and walked him back to her room. This time, only after a few minutes, not Kevin, but Queen and some other people living in the hotel on that floor heard the cradle song. A waiter who was passing through Queen's room warned her to ignore the song as he saw her coming out of the room. However, she didn't listen to him, and she followed the voice and reached the same room where she had found Kevin a while ago. It's the same room where I found Kevin, she said to herself. Queen opened the door and entered the room. On the bed, she saw a lady whose face was burned and blood gushed out of her head. Queen tried to run out of the room, but the door was locked. I'll not let you run away from here. You took my son with you, and so you'll have to die, said the creepy lady in a scary voice. He's my son. Don't dare to speak his name with your dirty tongue, said Queen indignantly. Instantly, Queen put a crucifix on the lady's head, and she turned into ash. Queen left the room. She approached her room and heard her son's crying voice. She rushed into the room. Unfortunately, it was too late, because Kevin had already been killed by someone. Queen sobbed at Kevin's death, and with that, she heard, I will kill every single person in your family. It's just the beginning. Queen screamed in agony. She stayed numb for a few dozen minutes as her mind had stopped working in pain. Then she got up and decided to fight back against the ghost lady.
I warned you to ignore the cradle song, but you didn't listen to me. You went inside that room and you lost your son. I'm still warning you, forget everything and go somewhere far from here. Otherwise, she will kill every person in your family.
The same waiter alerted her as he saw Queen exiting the room in rage and her son's dead body on the bed. How is this possible, though? I put this cross on her head and she burned in front of me.
She will get assurance only after she takes revenge on her murderers,
said the waiter.
She was working here as a waitress. The owner of this hotel fell in love with her, but Maya was already married. She was living with her husband and 3 children. However, the owner, Lucky, wanted to marry her. One night, he killed her husband and children. Maya saw that horrific violence. She ran from there, but Lucky caught her and brought her to this hotel. He locked her in that room. Maya didn't want to make any relations with him, so she severed the nerves of both hands. She died, but before that she left a note saying she would return to take her revenge, and she would kill almost all the guests to ruin this hotel's reputation,
said the waiter. Where could I find him?
The employees who knew about this crime had decided to speak the truth, but Lucky paid off the main police officer working on the case. Still, some of them wanted to raise their voice against it, but Lucky silenced them, whether threatening them or murdering them or their family members.
Oh, she'll get justice. I will help her to get justice in any condition, said Queen. Where could I find him, though?
Today is Friday. Every weekend he comes here in the evening as he knows he'd find a whore without any doubt. It doesn't matter if the whore comes with a guy or comes here alone and waits for someone. He just offers her about $10,000 to spend an entire 2 nights and 3 days with him, with an offer to buy her anything she wants.
When he comes down, send him straight to this floor near Maya's room. Queen stood outside Maya's room, wearing a hot, sexy red velvet backless dress with waterfall braids hairstyle. But now, her one leg was against the wall and a hand on thigh. Her second leg was straight and hand straight up against the wall as the elevator's door rang open. Lucky came out of the elevator and stayed numb for a moment as his feelings for her rushed into his veins. When she smiled at him and locked her eyes with him, he barely let his saliva pass through her neck. He licked his lips and then paced toward her. Before he could reach her to kiss her, Queen opened the door, dragging her hand from her thigh to the doorknob, and then entered the room, smiling at him. Lucky entered the room after her, and he tried to kiss her, but Queen stopped him, putting her finger on his lips, still a smile on her face to keep him believing she was into him. "Remove your clothes first. I want to be nasty tonight," she said. Lucky impatiently began removing his clothes, then, completely naked, when he approached Queen, Maya hugged her from behind.
"Wow, your sister is here too,"
said Lucky in excitement.
"I'd like to see you as well, babe,"
he said, holding Maya's hands that made their way onto his chest from behind. Yet, not even a full 5 seconds, and Lucky's hands began burning. Maya laughed aloud, now standing in front of his eyes, seeing him in pain and trying to protect himself from death. In the next few seconds, when dread hadn't even completely controlled his senses, Lucky turned into ash as Maya burned him with her supernatural powers. Maya thanked Queen for helping her to take revenge on her murderer, used her power to give a new life to Kevin, and left this world.
Thank you for listening to this episode. This story was originally published in the Fear is Back, Book 2 of Horror Stories series. If you enjoyed listening to this story, consider buying The Fear is Back. We will be back on Wednesday with one more scary tale. In the meantime, listen to our previous episodes of Dark Night Tales podcast and check out the author's website, www.jaydeepshah.com.